There is nothing quite like the moment you get the keys to your very first home. You did it. You finally own something real. This is the dream everyone told you to chase. But a few months in, buried under surprise repairs and a mortgage balance that barely seems to move, a quiet doubt creeps in. Was buying really the smart move? Or did everyone just tell you it was? Renting versus buying. Today, let's actually run the real math, the part that almost nobody shows you. You have heard it your entire life. Renting is just throwing money away. It sounds completely obvious. But is it actually true? Chapter 1. The myth. Here is the thing. Rent buys you real things. A place to live, total flexibility, and not a single maintenance bill. That is genuinely valuable. And buying? It quietly comes with a whole pile of costs that never once make it onto the brochure. Chapter 2. The hidden costs of buying. Far beyond the price tag, there are closing costs, property taxes, insurance, and a never-ending stream of maintenance and repairs. Closing costs alone can eat 2 to 5% of the price. Maintenance runs around 1% of the home's value every single year. And the taxes and the insurance never, ever stop. A house is not just a purchase. It is a subscription that you can never cancel. Chapter 3. The mortgage trap. But the mortgage itself hides the single biggest cost of them all. Interest. And here is the cruel part. In the early years, almost every dollar of your payment goes straight to the bank as interest, while your actual ownership barely moves at all. Watch the total interest pile up on a typical loan. It climbs and climbs into a genuinely staggering number. On a $320,000 loan, you can pay nearly $450,000 in interest alone. You pay for the house almost twice. And that is before a single repair, tax bill, or upgrade. The bank is the real winner of your mortgage. Chapter 4. The opportunity cost. Then there is the money you put down. That big down payment had a job it could have been doing, too. $80,000 locked into a house is $80,000 that is not growing anywhere else. Invested in the market at 8% for 30 years, that same down payment could grow to over $800,000. That is the real hidden price of buying. Not just the interest, but the entire fortune your down payment could have quietly become. Chapter 5. The renter's secret weapon. Now here is what almost no renter actually does, but absolutely should. They invest the difference. Rent your home, and keep your would-be down payment and all that upkeep money working in the market instead. You build serious wealth, just in a completely different place. Renting only throws money away if you spend the savings, instead of investing them. Chapter 6. When buying wins. Buying genuinely wins when you will stay put for at least 5 years, when homes are cheap compared to rent in your area, when you crave deep stability, and when you need something that quietly forces you to save every month. For most people who plant roots and stay for years, the home becomes the one asset they are gently forced to keep building. Chapter 7. When renting wins. Renting wins when you move often, when prices in your city are sky high, when you value flexibility over roots, and crucially, when you will actually invest the money you save. Chapter 8. The real deciding factors. So how do you actually decide? It comes down to just a few honest questions, not a catchy slogan. How long will you really stay? What is the price-to-rent ratio in your area? And what are interest rates doing right now? Those 3 answers decide almost everything. There is no universal right answer here. There is only the right answer for your life, right now. Chapter 9. Your move. So run your own real numbers, not some rule of thumb. Count every single cost, not just the mortgage. Be brutally honest about how long you will stay. And then, whatever you choose, invest the difference. A house can be a home, or it can be an investment. Just be very careful never to confuse the two. Because in the end, whether you rent or you buy, the real wealth comes from what you do with the difference. If this finally gave you the honest math, subscribe. Make the choice that is right for you, not for everyone else. I'll see you in the next one.